Dear friend, if you would love to discover how I freed myself from debt, bought my first car, and even earned the respect of my family and friends and those who called me a failure by making 350,000 naira or more every month, installing trackers, and how you too can do the same in the next 28 days, so that you can comfortably take care of your family, survive the worsening economic condition of our country, and make extra money to afford the things you want, then this is going to be the most important information that you will read this year. Hi, my name is Prince Ikenna. You might know me from my company Zero Bounds. A few years ago, I made a drastic decision. I decided to quit my job as a private school principal because I was tired of earning peanuts while working my ass off from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. During the first 9 years after my graduation, I worked as a secondary school teacher with some private schools and even rose to become the principal in one of those schools. Pictures don't lie, you can see for yourself. My experience in teaching really showed me that indeed teacher's reward is in heaven. My monthly take home was not always enough to take me home. No matter how I tried, I always found myself borrowing before the next salary came. This was worsened by the fact that the salaries were often delayed, sometimes to the tune of 3 months in arrears. As the first son in my family, I had younger ones who look up to me for financial help, as my parents had managed to see me through the university. But yet, I couldn't take care of myself, not to talk of helping other people. At this point, I became confused and depressed. I always asked myself, is this how my life would be? Always broke, always wondering where my next food will come from. However, what kept me going was my burning desire to succeed. In 2018, I decided to take the bull by the horn by quitting my job as a school principal. This I did without having any other job in focus. Within the same period, one guy I considered as a business mentor, Mr. Pat Ogidi, sent me an email informing me of a one-day car tracker installation training that he intends to organize at his base in Lagos. I made up my mind to use my last savings to travel from Abuja to Lagos for the training. Both the trip and the training cost me over 100,000 naira. Upon my return to Abuja, I quickly moved my knowledge into practice. The first installation I did was in a friend's Toyota Camry, and it went well. With that, I started scouting for more customers via word of mouth. I must say that since 2018 till date, my life has changed beyond my imagination. From this singular skill, I've been able to help train my siblings in school, establish other businesses, buy a car, and even get married. I just narrated this story to let you know that if I, who had no form of engineering or technical background, could succeed in this business, then you too can do the same. It doesn't matter where you are or what you do right now. All it takes is a determination to change your financial status. It's either you succeed or you succeed. Having said this, let's now dive into what exactly is this car tracker installation.
Now, one may also ask, why GPS installation? Why would somebody want to install a GPS car tracker in his vehicle? Now, let me also let you know that the installation of a GPS device is not restricted to only vehicles, or what we may call cars, okay? As a matter of fact, you can install it both in small cars, in big trucks. You can install it in bike, what you call Okada, or in Keke Napep. Okay, so this device can be installed in any of these devices I just mentioned above. All right, now you agree with me that there is an alarming rate of insecurity in our country today. So because of that, people who own cars, people who own either bike or Keke Napep and all that, it has become very important for them to install this particular device in any of such property. I had an encounter not quite long ago. I went somewhere to do something. It was in a business center, and a woman just came in there. The sister happens to be one who owns the business center. She just came in and she was alarmed. She was not herself. And we were like, oh, the sister was asking her, what's the problem? She said she just went to a market and, to pick something. She didn't spend up to 5 minutes in market, only for her to come out and her Toyota Matrix was nowhere to be found. Now, she said that the next thing she did when she discovered that was to go and report to the police. And the first question the police asked her was, do you have a GPS device in the vehicle? And she said no. All right. Now, police also promised to help her recover the vehicle. But the truth of the matter is that the work of the police would have been made easier, a lot more easier, if she had installed a GPS device in her vehicle. So the point I'm trying to make is that the market for this particular skill is huge. Because no matter where you live in any part of the country or the world today, there are people around you who own cars, who own either tricycle or bikes. And these are the people you must focus on. These are the people you must get across to let them understand how important for them to secure such kind of property that they own. All right. So the market is huge, as a matter of fact. So learning this skill is going to be a plus for you. All right. Another question we may ask is, how can this skill be acquired? Now, when I started, I was conducting offline training by going to different locations nationwide, conducting offline training for people. But over time, I decided to stop doing that due to security issues and other factors. But today, I have modified the training process by putting the training into practical video demonstration modules in such a way that anyone who is interested in acquiring the skill can do so from the comfort of his or her home. Not only that, after taking the video training, the person will also be linked with an experienced installer based on the person's location. Now, the work of this experienced installer is that the person is going to take the trainee to the field and show the person how the installation is being done live. That is also another added advantage. The reason I'm able to achieve this is because based on the network I have built so far, there is no city in the country or any state in the country where I do not have a trainee. And these are trainees who have been installing on their own. Okay? So it doesn't matter where you live in the country. When you acquire the course, or rather when you purchase the course, as a matter of fact, after going through the course is very, very practical, 100% practical. After going through the course, you also be linked with an installer, an experienced installer based on your location. And such an installer will take you to the field and show you how the work is being done practically so that you can actually marry it with what you have learned by the videos. All right. So interestingly, a lot of people who have so far bought this particular course have started putting the skill into practice. In fact, the one that really amazed me was the case of some women who bought the course and today they can actually install on their own. I have a woman in Warri, forgotten her name now. Okay, the way she took the bull by the horn after getting the course, and before you could actually say Jack Robinson. In less than 1 week after she bought this course, she came to the mentorship group and she posted a picture of herself installing the device. You understand? And people were very surprised. Okay? So, as a matter of fact, a lot of people who have bought the course today have started putting the course into practice, even without waiting for them being, to be linked with an offline experienced installer and all that. On their own, they've been able to do that. I have people in Lagos, I have people in Abuja. I mean, there are countless in Port Harcourt, in Aba, different parts of the country. You understand? Who today have actually started putting this course into practice. And currently, there's a woman in Cameroon, a married woman with kids. That one is even a surprising one. A married woman with kids. She told me, and she said, from what she has seen on the course, she cannot wait to actually put it into practice. And she didn't even want to start, to wait until she starts getting customers. Okay, she said she wants to place order for the tracker. She wants to get the trackers. She wants to use her landlord's car to practice the skill. She's in Cameroon. You understand? I'm talking to you now about a week ago. I had to find a way to send the trackers to her there because it was easier for her to get it from Nigeria. You understand? So this is a course that will indeed go a long way to change your life, as a matter of fact. Like I said, I have trained a lot of people who have started practicing this skill and they've started getting very good results from this particular skill. And you may also be worried about how to get the device. Now, when I started initially, in the days where I started, this particular skill, when I acquired the skill, I had to go through the rigorous process of, buying the item from China, waiting for them to arrive here and all that. But as God may have it, as time went by, coupled with the issue of high rate of exchange rates, high exchange rates again, dollar to naira and all that. Recently, I was able to get to be in contact with a Chinese company that manufactures the device. Okay. Now, not only do they manufacture the device, they also came to establish selling outlets in Nigeria. So right now, I have a contractual partnership with them, wherein I can get the device from them here in Nigeria at a price that is cheaper than what it will be to you if you are to buy it from China. Like I told you, they are the manufacturing company. They manufacture the device in China. Okay, so they have their way of bringing it here and sell it at a price that is very, very affordable. And such a price is that when you get it at that price and you get to install for a customer, of course, you're going to make a mouth-watering net profit out of it. So the idea of how one can get the device, that should not bother you. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't bother you. With me, as a matter of fact, by the grace of God, you have seamless access to the device anytime you want it. And I can assure you that. You may also be wondering, what are the tools required? Now, the tools required are very, very accessible. As a matter of fact, in the course of this video, you should have been able to see the tools required to implement the skill. So the tools are very, very accessible, and it's not something that will create a hole in your pocket in order for you to get the tools. With less than 7,000 naira. All right. In conclusion, how much does it then cost for one to get this course? Now, the normal price for this particular course is 50,000 naira. All right. But right now, I've decided to do something unique, something I hardly do, as a matter of fact. Okay. So the first 10 people to get this particular course will get it at the rate of 20,000 naira. The first 10 people. After the first 10 people must have done so, I'm going to take the price of the course back to 50,000 naira. All right. Now, not only that, these first 10 people are going to be granted access to my kind of what I may call inner circle. I'm going to give them secrets that I have used so far to get customers nationwide. This is the same secret I've also given to the people who are in my inner circle, and with that same secret, they've been able to generate millions of naira putting this course into practice. All right. Now, another additional bonus that these people will get is the fact that I'm going to give them a recorded course on how they can run Facebook ad and also how they can get customers within their locality. All right. So what are you waiting for? This is a life-changing opportunity. You may not see it again after now. All right. So go ahead, contact the person that maybe that gave you this video and all that. Let the person show you how you can get the course. And with that, I tell you, you would have been able to to open a new page, for your life.